Greetings, it's your girl Perp 30, the energy healer, aka Shabri. To all of the new subscribers or people who have been following me for some time, I wanted to reintroduce myself. I am doing a new series called Prayers and Prosperity. To just share this new journey that I'm on. I am a Reiki practitioner. I am a certified nutritionist. I am dedicated to healing women of color through spiritual practices. I create manifestation tools and wellness plans to help women on how we can be more intentional with our words, okay? With the word, and using the power of our words to really recreate our realities through our subconscious mind, and showing how we program our subconscious through the words that we use, okay? So here on the Healing Women of Color channel, I do share different modalities, just whatever my creative mind comes up with, to help people understand themselves, care for themselves, treat themselves a little bit more sacred, because I do believe that our bodies are temples for God to house and be in action throughout this experience, okay? So today I want to talk about what is prayer, okay? So some of y'all don't know that your girl is an ordained minister, okay? I am the robed reverend, okay? I am the robed reverend today, and we preaching from the pillow today, and I want to give you all my perspective of what prayers are, because I'm not religious. I'm not considering myself a Christian. I do come from a Christian background, and I do respect and honor everyone's truth. Everything always leads back to God for me, and I feel like everything should always lead back to God, because God is within us. So everything should always lead back to some type of self-empowerment, self-awareness, self-realization on some type of level. And how we care for ourselves is how we should be caring for others. So to me, prayer is a request to that God within. You can say that God is up somewhere in the abyss, and in this heaven above, and it will give away the power that we really have vested within ourselves. So to me, prayer is requesting something that you will put in action to acquire, okay? Because we are God in action. I am God in action, okay? And a prayer, I'm looking down because I got my notes here, okay? My notes are here, okay? And it says, this is the actual definition that I looked up, because I'm very intentional with words. I really think that we should be intentional with the spells that we are casting, and the spells that we are placing upon ourselves, that we're uttering in our language, is very important, okay? So, and address or petition to God in word or in thought. So a prayer, you can just think it. You can just think a prayer, okay? Or you can speak it. It's our thoughts and our words, our communion with God, with spirit, okay? So another definition of this is an act of communication with sacred power, okay? The third definition I have here is an earnest request, okay? What is a prayer? A earnest request, okay? As I'm thinking about that, make sure that you are also subscribed. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to your girl, so you can always get notified when I post something to enlighten you, okay? Enlighten me, share my enlightenment. Subscribe, like the video, hit the notifications, okay? Thanks. Now, I do trapspiration mashups, okay? And one of them is about training your mind for your divine royalty. And Reverend Ike speaks about how we are all divine, okay? This is why I say that God is acting through us. That's our purpose here, is to be God in action. Each and every one of us is a reflection of God's power. And how we act, how we move, how we speak is all an action and reflection of that God power. So knowing that, trusting that, and being that takes practice. It does, because a lot of the things that we forget is reprogrammed just by our society, just by the fact that we come into this vessel in a denser dimension than the all. Earth is ghetto, okay? Earth is ghetto. So these fleshes are dense, okay? This flesh is dense. So our spirit knows that I'm God. I have to act as such. I am connected to a source that is powerful. So I must act as such. And we be forgetting, okay? We do be forgetting that. And that's cool. That's why we have these reminders. Our Bibles are someone else's perspective of that. Very simple reminder. So that's why this series is going to be going over and more in depth of how to read, not what to read or what to think when you read it, because a lot of us have been taught what to think instead of how to think for ourselves. And I just want to be a catalyst or a reminder, or really I just want to be obedient to my purpose here and just share what can help me. Okay, that's really it. Let me get off the ego, because I don't give a damn. I'm just making sure I'm obedient to being God in action. Okay, so back to it. Get your Bibles out, turn to chapter Matthew verse 7. But no, I'm sorry, I'm joking. But for real, Matthew chapter 7 verse 7 through 8 is what I'm reading here. Okay. Ask, and it shall be given unto you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Okay, so what I got from this, and let's remember, we are God in action, okay? So when we act as such, and there's something on this dense-ass plane that we want, we need, we are aware of, we ask, it's already given, it's already received, okay? We have to trust that. We have to know that is God is real. And when we ask, we will receive. But we also got to remember that action, that's an action. Asking is an action. Seeking is an action. Knocking is an action. So we have to put in the action in order to receive it, to seek it, to find it, to open these doors that we want. And sometimes we're doing it. We're always doing it. We're always doing it, and unknowingly, every damn thing that we ask is, we receive. And sometimes we just be asking the wrong damn questions, okay? Sometimes we play down this power that's vested in us, and we externalize it and get to asking the wrong damn question and receiving the shit. We get to knocking at the wrong doors, okay? Sometimes we do. Just think about this. For my young ladies out there, my fellow young women, I know I've had experiences where I didn't look through a nigga phone. I was seeking something. It was a inkling in my mind that I was going to find something in this phone, because I already asked and acted on dealing with this punk ass nigga. Okay? I already acted on that, and I asked for whatever I was going to find in this damn phone. Okay? So we be asking for the wrong shit. And then, then I end up being sick for 7 days, losing weight, stressing out, getting into it with the nigga and a girl. And it's just the drama. Okay? 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 But had I remembered the power within me, which I'm doing now, and wrote down what type of man I really wanted, that I don't gotta worry about that type of shit. So, that's T. Remember, ask it and you shall receive, okay? Seeketh and you will find. But make sure that we're seeking the things that we really want, because we gonna get it. We be thinking about bullshit, speaking bullshit. That's what we gonna seek. That's what we gonna find. That's the doors we gonna open, okay? Be very mindful of that. So, the question that you gotta really ask yourself was, when you look at your life right now and you're experiencing certain things, because just because, this is a big reminder, just because we know we are God in action does not mean we won't have circumstances. Like I said, earth is ghetto. God know that. God know we was in the hood. You know, we like a little excitement. Okay? We love a little excitement. It just wouldn't be no purpose if there wasn't some type of obstacle. If there wasn't a little drama. Okay? It gotta be a little drama. Or else it's just boring. It's just like, God ain't trying to. You gotta have a couple tests. You gotta strengthen that faith muscle something every now and again, you know? But we still have to trust and know that at the end of the motherfucking day, heaven is accessible right here, right now. God is in action through me. So, making sure that we ask ourselves, what am I seeking? What am I asking for? And what can I ask for right now to make my life more in alignment with what I truly want to see, okay? Because for me, I'm always looking for more peace, more unity, reciprocity, pleasure, love, and expansion in my life. So that's something, those are my values. That is my principles in life that I always go back to. And I can ask, is this prayer, is this earnest request from God that I know that I'm going to receive in alignment with those? So do you have values? Do you have principles? You can borrow mine, okay? You can borrow mine. You can borrow mine if you need to be. But get your own if you not aligned with these. Make sure you got your values and your principles to always guide you back to aligning yourself with what you're asking for, okay, in these prayers and in our requests. And when we knocking on the door, look at them addresses. It's peace on the other side of that door. And sometimes we don't know, you know. Sometimes we just get knocking and it looks like, you know. Sometimes we don't be knowing. So it just brings me to a level of peace knowing that I will be rewarded. I will always be rewarded for my diligence in staying true to the knowing and the faith that I'm doing God's work, that I am a child of God, that I am connected to my source, okay? It's especially important when we are lost in our circumstances and our faith is a little withering. We have to make sure that we're remembering that and trusting wholeheartedly. Just think, you've gotten through 100% of the challenges that you've ever been through. If you right here right now, if you able to click on this video, you've gotten through every single one of the challenges. And even if you still going through it right now, there is a guarantee that you will get through it if you are trusting. When I'm a little withering on my faith, when I can't clearly read the address on the door. I don't know what's on the other side, when what I'm thinking as far as my awareness at that moment is grim. Is that the word? Grim? Looking ugly, okay? Whatever the word is. That what my awareness at that moment is looking a little ugly. I'm just a little bit, my face is mustard seeding, okay? But I still be like, okay, I know that if I have a request, I can act in the ways needed to get what I'm trying to do, get to where I'm trying to go, and all of those things. So one of the prayers that I always read, which I have had it right here, it's simple, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why I love this prayer. It is the Serenity prayer, okay? The Serenity prayer. And it says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I love this prayer because it does not, first off, I'm not begging, okay? I'm not begging. I'm not allowing my energy to be weakened by thinking that something outside of me is gotta do something. No, I'm commanding that my mindset is in alignment with the power that I have. Catch that? Okay? I'm commanding that my God power gives me the serenity to accept what I cannot change. So the burden, the regret, the resentment, the bitterness, the unfulfilled, the depression, the anxiety of it can diminish at that moment. Okay? It can get diminished because I can't change it. I can accept it now, because that's a lot of the weight that we be having on ourselves, that we feel like, I just can't accept this thing I can't change. This thing I'm just going over and over. So it immediately commands that I accept. Okay? Secondly, it commands that power strengthens the courage that I already know that I have access to at all times. Because if I ask, I am given. If I seek, I can find. So I'm seeking this courage that I know I'm going to find. So it's commanding that I have the courage to change what I can. Once I really realize that I can change this thing, I can act. I have the courage now. I have received the courage to change this thing that I can, to then get on the other side of that door and find what I really want, okay? And what I really need, whatever that might be. And then it says, and give me the courage. And then it says, and give me the wisdom to know the difference. So while I'm discerning what the hell going on, I can see this is something I can't change, so I can accept. This is something I can change, so I can courageously change it. Whether it's my actions, my responses, it's all recycling that energy back to the God within me. I love that, okay? That is one of the majorest things, and why I said, maybe you praying wrong. I have to sometimes say to some people, don't pray for me, okay? Because I'm not asking for something to be hunted. I'm giving an earnest request to a power that's already guaranteed. And my prayers have to align to that. I have to pray as though I know that once my mind and my mouth align with what it is that I want and I say it, I'm getting it. Okay? And that's a major power that sometimes we just hand right over. It's always happening. But sometimes we like, oh, well, please, something change. And you know, sometimes we can randomly stumble across $1 million or miraculously heal. Some of those things, they happen, you know? But it only happens through God in action, us taking some type of action. Okay, you have to find $1 million in a suitcase randomly. You gotta obey God and act to even get to that suitcase, to follow whatever inkling you had to go look in there and look at. Whatever the action was, you had to do that. So never praying on our own damn downfall by handing over that power. Okay, that's the biggest key. There is power in our prayers and making sure that we know that our voice, our action, our thoughts is what fuels that power, is the source of that power, because we are God in action. Okay? That's the main thing. So if you need one-on-one with me, if you would like to go a little deeper on your personal journey, please hit me up. I offer numerous amounts of services that will help you align with your truest self, with your God power, and I will base it off of your design. That's very important, with you in mind, your lifestyle, your background, your future goals, your purpose, all of those things, guiding you back to you. So the link is in the description, my calendar, all of my services, all of my products, all of the free shit is on the YouTube. Follow me on Insta. I'll be on there sometimes, but make sure you subscribe here and like and share with your friends, because your friends need to be reminded too. Okay, your friends need to be reminded too. Love you.